What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I know it's a little late. Forgive us. A lot of stuff going on today, but we on right now. So if you tuned in, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Watch us on YouTube. Watch us on Facebook. Thank you to all the sports legends from Southwest. Southwest in the house, man. Um, we got more coming as time permits. We got to take a little break this week. I got some stuff coming up. I'm gonna
Yeah.
probably be clipping all week, but then after that, man, we're gonna have to turn the Maserati back up, man. Put that thing in third gear, man.
Yeah.
But thanks for everybody who's been watching. But today, thinking game, thinking under pressure, thinking under pressure. How do you perform when you under pressure? Does it make you go to the deep end? Does it make you seek peace? Does it make you react quicker than you usually would? How do you think under pressure? And that's what we're going to talk about today. If I can find this clip real quick. Ja Rule playing incident. Let me see. Because I got a couple of angles that when I think about that, if I can find it, let me see. I think this is it. Let me see. Let me go to the. Can I go here? Can I go here? Share screen. Should have been had this up. Actually, to be honest, it's all good though. Ah, they're right. They're right in the middle. Good deal. Let me know if you can hear it, Pill. So, first one, does beef ever age out, man? Are they too old for this? Are they too old for this, man?
Not with them, man.
Like
It's
they
forever.
old, man. That stuff happened
They
years
too
ago.
old. They too old. You know.
The
But it, you
thing,
know.
what I see though, shout out to Joe Budden, man. He was like, the thing that's weird to him is Uncle Murder wasn't even a part of that, but he just rolling with him, so he inherited the beef.
You
You
in
know what I'm
here?
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But in reality, did they really want beef on the plane? Because it's a federal. I think anything you get messed up with, just federal. And I
Yeah.
think they could ban you from flights. You don't want
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
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 Because
Yeah.
they ain't like 50. They can't afford private flights. They ain't on that level yet. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
don't even, was that first class? Or
I
was
think it
that?
was, yeah, it was first.
Okay. They acted up in
Yeah,
first class.
acting up in first class, man. Come on now. But you know
But,
they
yeah.
got real
Go ahead.
beef. You know.
Yeah, when it's real beef, it's hard for somebody to sit behind you when it's real beef like that. Like, I can imagine Ja Rule like, man, I just want to go home, but these dudes behind me, man. Ja Rule in shape too. I don't know if them dudes in shape. Yayo and Uncle Murder.
No.
I don't know if they in shape, but Ja Rule definitely in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See,
But under pressure, man, you know what I'm saying? I think they was just trolling. Though. I don't think they
yeah,
really.
yeah,
I don't think they wanted to fight like that. You know what I'm saying? They got, like I said, they got Uncle Murray, they got a new podcast coming out. They need the promo. You know what I'm saying? Kind of gave them a little boost. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they wanted to smoke like that. You know what I'm saying?
nah, not on no, no, not on no airplane.
Yeah,
No, especially
yeah.
they passport, bros. So
And
of
they
course,
growing up in Little Rock, like where we grew up at, like the dudes who really about it, they don't do
mm-hmm,
a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? When we say
mm-hmm,
they don't do a lot of talking. Whether they're on a plane or anywhere, when that switch click, it clicks. You know what I'm saying? I
mm-hmm,
don't think the switch click. I think it was more just back and forth.
yeah,
For the gram or whatever. But I don't think
it would have been a
But
long, it would have been a long ride.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I just that's a question. Like thinking about that. Like, do beef ever age out? Because some even now, like regular people now, people it's dudes walking now, the beef ain't over, what I'm saying? You just never know when somebody could come back, you know what I'm saying? And they may get you later, That happen a lot, you know what I'm saying?
But I
Crazy,
look
but
at I look at it like because Yayo was there the whole time, so his you know with murder rolling with him, so yeah, it's pretty much inherited
because I
anyway.
mean, Preem is in the feds. I mean, the real feds, like under the ground feds, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
what's the name is dead, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, how much more is it gonna age? I mean, those were the ones that was really, pushing it.
Yeah,
Ja Rule really wasn't put. He kind of inherited it too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was more Irv and probably Preem, probably allegedly, but probably more them than anything else. But shout out to Ja Rule, man, not letting them dudes ruin his money, man. Because
Yeah.
you get banned on the
It's
flight, man.
over.
That's gonna cost you a lot of money, man.
It's over.
You're gonna be
It's
riding Greyhound. You know what I'm saying? $50 to take you anywhere across the
so
country.
yeah, especially you doing shows like for cruise and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Man, you
that
have to
that
fly
beef ain't
private.
gonna that ain't
Yeah,
gonna never end. So
yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen some beef age out? Like dudes be like, man, this ain't even worth it, man. Just cut it out.
yeah,
It ain't even worth
yeah.
it.
As long as if didn't nobody die or nothing like that, and
Yeah.
yeah. But if
Because I
it's
think they said that YFN and Young Thug, even though some
mhm,
people it was a war and she shot at his mom, but they was in the club, they shook hands. I guess they squashed it, I guess. Or but people was like, I don't know if I could do it, man.
yeah.
It ain't worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, things get heated, but you gotta know when to let it go, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I understand when people die, I get it. But I
Yeah,
understand too, man. Like if you keep perpetuating it, man, it's only gonna get worse and worse. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, but
So,
yeah,
but that's beef is beef,
beef
But
is beef. At some point, you gotta cook it and eat it, man. You gotta
yeah,
cook it and eat it, man. Put some seasoning on it, cook it and eat
yeah,
it. Yeah, I know sometimes it be a lot of beef to eat though. That's a lot to eat, but
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. But it's funny. It's funny. All right, guys. Next one. With all this stuff going on in the job market, man, what does Peel think the best strategy for this crazy job market? All these layoffs, especially I know for me, seeing it in tech is crazy, but I could probably give you some insight on. But what do you think right now? Is like somebody that's working. What's their current? What do you
um,
think the strategy should be like?
the best strategy is first because they're gonna come with some new rules, so you have to adhere to the new rules. And if you
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like their rules are gonna suit you, it's about time you start looking for something else, or you know, really have a deep thought. Sit down, and talk to yourself, and like, you know what? Do I plan on doing this for the rest of my life, or do I have to really tie my shoes up and get to running with your business type stuff?
Mm. Okay.
But if you like we always talk about, you know, um, having a backup plan when the
Mm.
first plan don't work out type
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like you gotta have
Right.
something. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
have something when something ain't working right.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. If you got kids, think about like, okay, let me before I go off on the deep end, let me think
Mm-hmm.
about how this how this could affect my family. Especially if you're
Right.
married or in a
Right.
relationship with that kids, stuff like that. But when you
Mm-hmm.
by yourself, you got a little bit more leeway or wiggle room. But
Boy,
it's not
take
that
a lot of
much though.
risks. Yeah, you can take a lot of risks when you're by yourself. Yeah. That's why we encourage you to educate and get that done while you're young as much as you can. I know for me, right, it's a couple things I could speak to because I said I've been laid off before
Mhm.
And one thing that I said I was going to do was I'm going to make sure that I am in a career field that's in need, even when things are down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what kind of made me go into IT because most companies gotta have an IT department.
Yeah.
They gotta have a network if they want to survive or be any kind of competition. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta have people that help people with computers, and that's
Mm-hmm.
where you start. Really, help desk
Yeah.
and stuff. That's where you start in IT, depending on how you get into it. And you can do IT anywhere in the country. You know what I'm saying? If I had to do that, but
Mm-hmm.
knowing what job field it will always not I'll say it not always be the man, but something that you can use. Like and then once you get the years of experience in that field, like for me being in IT over 10 years, if something was to happen, the chances of me bouncing back is a little bit higher than if I didn't have it at all. That's why I stress to young kids, even middle age, because I even did it working like regular jobs, like retail jobs and stuff, sometimes it can trap you because if you get laid off, all you
Mm-hmm.
have is that and you're trying to go into something else. The only way you're going to get into something else is you're going to have great interview skills, great presentation skills, and be able to present yourself as willing to learn something new without tension, you know,
Mm-hmm.
complaining and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Versus if you got the skills in a career field or trade or something like that, um, you more prone, you have a better chance because it's nothing is guaranteed in life. It's really all about percentages and odds and stuff like that. If you even believe in that, but I definitely look into that and don't try not to go on the negative side. I had to deal with that when I was young. I really kind of fixed my mind to stay optimistic,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I know growing up, a lot of guys they always, used to talk about the system or holding you back, and some of that is true. But if you change your outlook,
Mm-hmm.
even though it could be that, you can
Mm-hmm.
overcome that with skill, having some things that's in demand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I found out. Like if you have an IT skill that's in demand, somebody will hire you. Might not be exactly what you want, but it'll be better than what you had. When you have the skill that people want, that they go after, whatever. When you see these tech jobs, people was talking about they was making like 250,000. That's not regular. That's like Silicon Valley coding, building stuff, and those kind of jobs too. They burn out so fast because you're working all the time. There, it ain't 9 to 5 no more when you're making that much money. They want you there almost all day. That's why when you look at those jobs, they have food, they have almost everything on campus because they
Mm-hmm.
want you to stay there and code and work. But
Yeah.
then when the money start acting funny, they start making cuts. Who you think they're gonna start cutting first? The coders,
Yeah.
the people that can be replaced at any time. And a lot of companies, man, I can say this for sure. A lot of companies out here, like a little bit before COVID and after COVID, they was fronting talking about they had this much amount of money. They overhired a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And now you starting to see companies like, okay, now we got to get back to reality because we're not making the money or we're not getting the PPP loan or grants or whatever to pay to have extra people. And now you're starting to see them trim
Right.
down because that inflated money is not inflated no more. It's
Mm-hmm.
starting to get used up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this job market crazy. If you got a good job, this is the best time to hold on to it until let the market kind of get back
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
somewhat.
Eventually. Yeah. Eventually, eventually it'll go back, not go back to the way it used to be. But like
Yeah,
I always say, especially here in Arkansas or you know the southern states like that,
yeah.
so far behind. And when I say behind, it is just the stuff that I
I,
see now. Like I saw that like what 13, 14 years ago, and I'm like, dang, we just not catching on to this stuff.
I think this is the time where if you in a career field and you want to really up your skills, this is the time to do it while the job market is down.
Yeah.
Up your skills. So when they come back up, now you got the skill. And then if your job don't want to pay you or they talking about this, you got the skill to up your pay by going somewhere else or internally or whatever. This is the time to up your skills though when it's down. You know what I'm saying? And then when it come back up, you can move. But like you were saying, I think the reason why it's so behind is um Little Rock is a smaller city.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, you got to think 400,000 people, and like Dallas, that's a drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Memphis probably way more people than that. You know, it's a drop in the bucket. Probably other little city, but what I would say is it's just everything's relative to where you are. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to know where you are, what's going on, and how to maximize where you at the point at whatever point in time. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, with Dallas, yes,
Mhm.
it's a lot of jobs, but the cost of living is probably crazy too. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
telling you, it balances out at the end
Oh
of the
man,
day.
but I'm saying, how do you go down there and not live check to check? What do you think the strategy on that would be?
Um, it's the same way you do here. Like you don't live above your means.
Yeah, but most
Only
people, I
thing
wish
that
most people would do that because I
yeah,
get you. We don't do that either.
only thing different is man, they still got roaches. That's it.
I
That's the
think, man,
biggest
they just got
thing,
more people. I think, like I say, Dallas, when you have
bro.
2 or 3 million people that live in your city and the taxes
Bro.
and stuff, like when they just think about just taxes alone, you know what I'm saying?
The taxes
That
was
right there,
it
I
was never a
mean,
problem. The
what's
taxes
that?
was never a problem.
No, I'm
Like
saying as far as resources available to do stuff, right?
yeah,
How many people do you think move from Little Rock to other places? If they would have stayed, how many people would we really have in Little Rock in order to now get revenue taxes, get taxes from it, then they can put that into the infrastructure. Four
a
hundred
lot.
thousand people, and on the grand scheme of things, is not a whole lot of people. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, but
And then how many of those people are really on the grid paying taxes out of the 400? If you could just go and do a stat on that, you know what I'm saying? How many of them really, working on the grid? I mean, I
like
remember we rolled down University the other day. It was last night. Somebody had
mhm.
a bonfire in the middle of the woods over there, right by that old Shell station McDonald's in between that and that car lot.
yeah, no, that was them
Oh,
homeless people, man.
yeah, but it was in the woods though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was them
But it,
homeless people, but
and then
like
they gas.
yeah, every area got those type of
Yeah,
situations, stuff like that. But so many people are scared to even take a risk like that.
I mean, to move to another state, you gotta be. If you can't live here and be stable, how
Mhm.
are you gonna go to another state and just think you just gonna automatic? You gotta have a strategy or plan. It's like
Yeah, you
to
can.
go to. I'm talking about you just up and move and go to Dallas and you don't have a
I did.
plan, huh?
I did it.
I've seen people do it
But
and
not
then they
everybody,
right.
not every
That's what I'm
situation
trying
works
to tell
out
you.
like that. Yeah, not
Yeah.
every situation works out like that. Like
I'm
I
talking about like
figured
good
out.
at you gotta be good at budgeting. You gotta be
Yeah.
good at having some common sense. Cause what
Hmm.
you do here, it ain't gonna fly.
Yeah.
Saying in Dallas, you might talk crazy here, but you talk crazy in Dallas, you might get you, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And
You gotta understand all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kids are different. The
yeah,
YN's different. The YN's different down there than up here. You know
yeah,
what I'm
they are
saying?
not. Listen, when you go to other big cities, you have to remember everybody's not
Yeah,
friendly. You can't tell
right.
your
That's what I'm saying.
business, but like I did it, and I was like, how? I had a little extra money now. Don't get it
Yeah.
confused now. I had a little extra money,
Did you have
but
family down there though?
my mom was down there at the time, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't even stay with her.
But what do you think the difficulty though? If somebody moved to Dallas by themselves, no family, just one person, just a single person moved down there. What do you think the difficulty is
I don't think it. I don't think
moving
it's
down
that
there.
difficult. I don't think it's that difficult. As long as you know
How
the
do you,
job.
how would you think somebody else could see it being difficult though? Not you. I'm just saying somebody else.
Like if you got a job and you got maybe a little bread,
Yeah.
just a little, enough to make uh 2 months rent, get your lights cut on, because they lights is different. You ain't
Yeah.
got to worry about energy if you left, but you have to pay them though,
Yeah.
because they gonna cut stuff off.
Yeah.
But you definitely need a car, a
Mhm.
reliable car.
Oh yeah.
That's number
Everything's
one.
spaced out.
That's the number
Everything.
one thing. You're gonna have a reliable car and a job.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
else you can work with it. But if you ain't got no reliable car, I ain't talking about like, I just made it here. No, that mother got to be reliable.
What do you think some of the best places to work down there is? Now we talking about job market and stuff.
It's anything technology. I had the easiest job ever when I had moved down there. The
Yeah.
easiest. Only thing I did was test test memory chips
Yeah.
all day. But
Yeah. I would
person
say
like,
probably if you can get on. There's a lot of colleges down there. If you can get on there to
yeah,
college,
yeah,
you know,
that
'cause
was
that's how you
some.
maximize too, man. You get on there to college. That's what I did. You get on there to college. You get that discount, man, on your tuition, and you working there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go to school there at the same time. Man,
Yeah,
you do that,
yeah,
you'll be winning.
yeah,
I
and that's
remember
what.
telling my wife that before I even did it, I didn't even think it was even possible. Like that'd be cool to work there and go to school. Cause the thing
Yeah.
about trying to tell kids, the older you get, the harder it
Mm-hmm.
is to do this stuff when you get older. Cause if you just work a
Mm-hmm.
regular full-time job and tell them I want to go back to school, they're gonna say, "Well,
Man,
you gonna go to school in the evenings? Cause you ain't going to school during the clock on the clock." You know,
pretty
you know.
much, pretty much. Like it's
I
either that
dealt with
or
that
you
for
do it
years until I
online.
got on up here. I dealt with that for years. I just had a 2-year degree, and I was like, man, I might have to go back to school, man. I got to figure this out.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh,
I
Lord
had a
willing,
cousin
man.
do that. I had a cousin do that.
Yeah.
They worked at the college and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
know a dude. Shout out Sylvester, man. Dude named Sylvester. He he was a janitor, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he right, but when I came, I think he had he left like a little bit after COVID, but he
Mm-hmm.
was a janitor. Went to school for 4 years as a janitor. Got in IT, then ended up programming, working in HR. Then I think he got on at like Simmons or something like that. But he worked as a janitor just to get the
Yeah,
discount. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I'm saying it's people that work there that do the environmental service. I asked them like, why you don't go to school? Man, I don't want to do that. I'm like, boy, you just missing out on money. It's like leaving money on the table, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Hey, I had that in mind too. Back in the
What's
day,
that?
I was like, yeah, get on there. You'll do environmental service.
I would tell any kid that, like, man, if you want to
Yeah,
go to school, man, get a job. We're doing environmental service, man. You get free parking because you work there,
yeah.
and you get to go to school. Then it's low key because it's environmental service. Ain't nobody care about you doing. They won't even see you really. Man,
For-
you just ducking off in different little campuses. I mean, little class and throwing the trash away, man. Maybe a little sweeping or something, man. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the next one is we're gonna check this one now too. I know. Hold on, let me switch over to that one. We was have a way to take care of yourself. This one boy Pierce sent me this one.
I went to Prairie View, I went to U of H, and I was at both of those schools. Luckily for me, rap started taking off at the time where I was trying to figure out what I want to do. But the only problem with me in school was that at some point I was there and I didn't know what I wanted to do. That's a lot of things. A lot of people deal with that. They're in school and they're going because their parents told them to, or they're just there because they feel like they're supposed to. You need to spend time looking in the mirror and figuring out what you want to do.
Man, we talk about that all the time.
Mhm.
You got to figure yourself out what you want to do, but it's hard. The thing that make it hard is you get caught up in so much other stuff instead of yourself. You get
Mhm.
caught up in the streets. You get caught up in the girls. You get caught up in what you deem as money, but you don't learn about yourself until you
Mhm.
go through trials and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, I get
Yeah.
what he's saying. Bro. Yeah, you do gotta learn about yourself. Because that do happen to a lot of people. They go to college and they change majors 5 or 6 times.
Damn.
Yeah. Like when I went, man, like I stayed in IT. I think when I first went, I went for auto body. Auto body, but it was like a little 6-month thing, I think, certificate, like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went in IT though, I stayed in IT. I didn't switch it up though. I stayed in IT though. Yeah. Because people do switch majors a lot. And every time you switch, man, you may lose a semester or two. You got to start over, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Spinning your wheels. It's spinning your wheels.
Boy.
And unfortunately, for a lot of people that look like me, it's always the fun stuff. Yeah, I just want to be a rapper, or I just want to be famous. And it's like, nah, man, you got to have something to fall back on just in case you can't be a rapper, just in case you can't be famous. Because one day you might have to look yourself in the mirror and realize that you don't have that one thing that you wanted. You got to have that thing to fall back on. So even though I was able to be successful as a rapper, I would have had something to fall back on. There's people right now that tell me I don't want to have a job. You know, I had 2 jobs while I was at the Swisher House. I was driving around to a job. I used to work at Kroger's. I used to work at a medical lab delivering blood. People don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? So when I see somebody looking at me talking about they just want to throw everything away and be a rapper, I had a backup plan all the time. So I always encourage people to have a backup plan no matter what. Any smart person would.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Just
I'm with it. We talk about it all the time, but sometimes people make it complicated though. They don't want to be that simple. They just want to make it more complicated. I don't want to do that. Why would? Because you'll go in debt on a Hellcat and blow the radiator up, riding out, dragging down the street, blow the heads on it. But you don't want to spend, invest in your education though. You know what I'm saying? And a Hellcat sitting on the side of the house, man, just riding away now. Because you can't get the head gaskets fixed on it. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many Hellcats and Chargers. Sometimes you just ride through the hood, so you just see them sitting on the side of the front yard, just sitting there. He just been sitting up for years, man. Got moss on it. It's been sitting up so long. It's an $80,000 car when it first came out. Sitting there with moss on that mug. It's been sitting there for so long, man.
They don't want to sell it because they don't want to take the loss. But
but if you get education, it's something that makes sense, like say in IT or something, or medical or something like that. Man, it'll keep you from hitting that bare minimum. Like if something was to happen to you, you don't have to go all the way back down to bare minimum, man. You know what I'm saying? But
just even if it's like a job is a job. No matter what, but just don't don't remain stagnant if you got the chance to in any way.
I will say
while you're younger,
there's a difference between a job and there's a difference between like a career track kind of job though. Like regular job, career type job, right? Working at Walmart, working at Target, stuff like that. I don't know if they get paid time off yet. I don't know if they even get that. Paid time off, boy, you get like so many hours off, you know what I'm saying? Sick time. You know what I'm saying? Like you can actually take off at sick time, you still get paid, you know what I'm saying? Insurance, stuff like that. And the salary is enough to where you can pay your bills and have something left over. When you start working like regular jobs, this is just something I learned because I work a lot of the regular jobs. It's only enough, and they're only gonna have you doing the minimal stuff, like the dude that pushed carts at Walmart. Because I did that. You're only gonna make so much pushing carts. There's a max to that, and it ain't that much. You know what I'm saying? Pushing carts. Nothing wrong with it, but you got to understand that you're only going to make so much pushing carts. You're not going to make $50,000 pushing carts. Not going to happen. Being a cashier, it's a max to it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you start getting into a career, sometimes the entry level of some career jobs, the entry level is the max to regular jobs. Plus, you get benefits. You get retirement that you can put into, and some companies still match, I guess. Some companies still do that. Then you get insurance, so if something happened to you, you can actually go to the hospital and get it. Not have to worry about the bill coming in the mail, collections and all that. But yeah, go ahead.
Like also, you gotta know what company yet. Like
Yes,
I'll just say
100%.
for instance, like Amazon, man,
Yeah,
them boys were getting checks out there. They was getting checks, real checks.
but the thing is,
Uh,
how much work you got to put in to get that check though,
and that's the
because
thing.
you can get a
That's
career job and make what they make in Amazon, and you're not up on your feet all day. That's all I'm saying. You got to
but
weigh. I'm saying weigh out the pros and the cons. How are you
yeah,
built for
but
Amazon? If you built for it, I say you should do it.
I mean
You
that's what
know,
I'm saying. But like when they young like that, you can do stuff like that. Amazon probably was like the McDonald's, how McDonald's and Wendy's and all that stuff was back in the day, and they making 3 times that amount. Not working as hard. They work, but not working as hard. You know what I'm saying? That's
man.
easy to just scan stuff and hey,
Sound
separate
good
this
to be up
stuff.
on your feet all day, like being up on your feet
Yeah,
for 8 hours straight. Now everybody ain't built for that,
but you're
bro.
moving. But you're moving. Some people sit at the desk and
But
get
you
fat.
still up on your feet on a concrete slab floor
But some people
with them
sitting down too.
shoe carnival Nikes, with them shoe carnival
Uh,
Nikes.
I'm trying to tell you, some people sitting down while they doing the scan this. Beep.
Yeah,
Let that go right there. Some people do that. Like I don't.
man.
I
I
like
think it's a good start, but I say I wouldn't stay there for a long time. I think it's a good
yeah,
start, but I wouldn't stay there for a
yeah. I
long time.
mean,
But some people they get stuck in the trap, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I don't recommend nobody. Um, it's a starting point. If a starting point is 50, 60,000, it's a cool little
Yeah.
starting point if you ask me.
I would say if you could get a help desk making 45, 50,000, I
Uh,
think most people like that better than working at Amazon, but that's just me.
I mean, they probably would, but we
Yeah.
talking about the real world, the real world. Like
Yeah, the real world they
people have
looking for people to work in help. If you just come in there presentable, if you wear a button down
and
shirt and you can
that's
go
the
buy it at Walmart, you can go buy like a $11 button down shirt, some
I
$20
get it.
khakis, willing to learn,
I get it.
they will hire you. Yeah,
I get
but
it. I
because I
get
see
it.
a lot of people they be complaining with the Amazon video, they be complaining. I can't go to the bathroom because the bathroom is all the way across
And with the,
the warehouse, and I'm in the
uh,
middle. You know what I'm saying? But you know. To each his
mm,
own. Matter of fact, thinking about that.
mm,
What is slide? I just made it. Where did it go, man? I just made this slide. Where'd it go? Yes, here you go. Right here. If it'll stop acting funny. How do you think Bucky's is gonna change the economy? Kind of like we talking about Amazon.
mhm.
Oh, let me change. Let me do some. How you think they gonna?
I mean,
Cause it's
for
coming.
people, I mean, it's gonna be part of it. Like people have to accept it. Like, yeah, it's gonna change because people that stay out that way, which you already see it now, is more people in Bryan and Benton than ever
Yeah.
before.
Mm-hmm.
It's steady growing. Like, yeah, it'll change. It's gonna change. Like,
Cause I think Amazon took a hit because they laid off a lot of people that over there in the College Station. One, because they was talking about they didn't build it right or something, whatever that mean. But
they built it on
yeah,
swamp land. They
that's
built
what
it on
they say.
swamp land.
But that's what
No,
they say, man.
they
I get it,
literally built it
but
on swamp land. But
they got
yeah,
another one. They couldn't move the people out there to the other one though. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
They got the other one out there by y'all, but they
No,
didn't. They
that
just
was
laid them off.
already. It's already full out there. It's full out
Yeah,
there. Like the
yeah.
next one will probably be like in,
No,
you
it's gonna
know,
be out there by College Station. They bought. Um, remember I took you to my grandma's house
mm-hmm.
before you cross the track. That farm that's on the left side. They
Yeah,
bought that all the way back to College Station.
yeah. Okay,
They're gonna
well,
build. They're gonna build on that because I think it's a pond somewhere up in there, back up in that way too, like connected to the foot. They need the water for the data center and all that good
yeah.
stuff. So yeah, but what I think Bucky's is going to change is I think people are going to, people follow the trend, right? They go from McDonald's and Wendy's to Amazon, Walmart to Amazon, Amazon to Bucky's. But if you live in Little Rock, you want to work at Bucky's. How far is Bucky's from Little Rock? Right? 25-minute drive. I mean,
Man, that's man.
but people gonna do. I'm telling you. But even Amazon,
I know
Amazon to Alexander. That's what 15 minutes.
that's a long ride for me. It's a
Yeah,
long ride.
yeah. People gonna do it. I'm just saying. But yeah,
They
that's a
go,
long
yeah,
ride.
they definitely gonna do it.
And then
Yeah,
what time do you got to get ready to go to work now? If you work at Bucky's, right?
oh man,
If you
once
got to
they
be at
work,
work at 5,
yeah,
you know what I'm
just
saying? You
don't
got to
add
get
your
up.
an hour and a half before. Just gonna just gonna add it to your schedule. You
And
gonna
you
have
got to have a reliable car. And you got to have a
to.
reliable car.
Go ahead.
And you got to
Like,
make sure you got enough gas. When you work in Little Rock, you can get to
yeah.
work on E, but you ain't getting nothing Bucky's on E. You know what I'm saying? On a little fifth of a tank.
Yeah.
No. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their radiator leaking. You could make it to work when their radiator leaking a little bit at Little Rock. You just keep radiator in there. But when you driving 25 minutes, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
put some punishment on that car. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you got something reliable. And you working 12 hours. I think they say it's like 12-hour shifts because they open 24/7.
10, it's either 10 or 12, somewhere up in there.
Yeah, yeah.
But shit, if
And
they,
then
they, they
if you're a single parent though, we talking about single parents and kids.
man,
If
if
you
they
in Little Rock and you all the way in Bucky's, what do you think your kids gonna be doing? You know,
man, they paying if they paying 20, 25 out the gate, man, come on now.
I'm saying the impact though. Like if you're a single parent,
Yeah, it's
but it's
gonna,
25, but how's that gonna impact your household? It's like you all the way in Bucky's, you all the way in Haskell somewhere, and
that's
your
all.
kids
That's
at
all.
home.
You if you in Haskell, you got it made.
No, I'm saying you working out there, but your kids in Little Rock though. When they get out of school, you in Haskell
Okay.
somewhere.
That's not how it's gonna go down.
How's it gonna go down? Who gonna watch the kids? Who gonna watch if you at Bucky's? Who gonna watch the kids?
Hey, your neighbors, your auntie, cousin,
Hey,
somebody
homeboy,
gonna.
dang,
Ain't
okay,
nobody
man.
staying at Haskell is got kids. It's gonna be in Little
No,
Rock.
I'm saying if you live in Little Rock and
Mhm.
you have to work in Haskell,
Mm.
how do you keep contained on your kid? How do you keep your kids covered as far as making sure they straight and don't get into nothing crazy while
There's
you at
no
work?
way. It wouldn't matter
That's how it's
where
going.
it
This
was
is
at.
this is how this is gonna happen. That's what's gonna be the fact. That's you know what I'm saying, and that's what happened.
Because where the job at, or is what you saying?
Because the distance, yeah, it's hard to keep contained on your kids when you're a single parent already. But
What the
when you're
this?
far away, most kids be like, man, I can do what I want to do. We have a house party. My mom all the way in high school somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
That's anywhere. Mom could be working
But that
downtown. You be in
impact, that
some.
impacts, that impacts the
Yeah,
community though. Because
Mom could work downtown, and I'd be in Southwest and still have the same thing. Like, mm,
but these kids, that's why kids get into trouble though, because the parent is so far away, they have to work, right? That's what I'm saying.
dang,
Too much freedom is not always good sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
dang.
If you don't know
So
what to do with it.
the parents
Huh?
shouldn't get a job because you gotta be worried about what the
No,
kids
no,
gonna
no. You can get a job, but it's gonna be collateral damage. That's what I'm saying.
do.
It's collateral damage.
Damn. Okay, if the kids collateral damage, okay.
No, but not every kid. But if you leave the house, then your house, you wonder why your son out in the streets because
Mm-hmm.
you're not able to be there to enforce the time because you're at work. You're not able to talk to him at the school, help him with his homework and stuff because you have to work as a single parent. That's
You know what
why.
I think? You
Go
know
ahead.
what
Go
I
ahead.
think? It's too much gentle parenting going on.
Or no
And-
parenting at all. Like, how can you parent? That's what I'm trying to tell you. How can you parent your kid if you all the way in high school and working at Bucky's and your kid come home from school at 4:35 and you already at work? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
How?
that's too much gentle parenting. Cause I ain't want to have to face the consequences. I'm out here acting up.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's the thing, like, I know my mom, she could, you know what I'm saying, use that strap and we not calling the line. These kids now, they calling
They
scam for real.
don't-
They calling scam 100%.
You gonna be on
And
the
they got
shade
cell phones
room.
now. Back then, if you go for the house phone to do it, you're gonna get the brakes beat out for you. But they doing it from their cell phone.
You're gonna be on the shade room. All right.
Yeah.
But like I say, man, it's almost like damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like
I think it's just all about how you start, man. You got to be smart about it. We're gonna talk about how to analyze. Matter of fact, let's go right into it, guys. Let's go right into it. Hey, being able to analyze consequences before the action. How important do you think that is
I
in
mean,
life?
it's always it's always a good thing to analyze it, but I also know like if I'm speaking from an adult perspective,
Yeah.
you're always gonna know if I do this wrong, something bad's gonna happen.
Right.
And if I think from a kid's perspective, like I'm gonna just have to deal with it regardless. Like, yeah, my parental might hit me in the head with a transmission because I just stayed out too late.
Boy.
But
Yeah.
you just live with it, and then it makes people, the kids, more sneakier.
Oh, I agree. You're looking at one.
They analyze it like,
what I,
what, do it.
well, what I will say though is, I think giving kids the advantage to even do this, to analyze before you do it. Now, if you do it and you say I take
Mhm.
what come with it, you gotta take what come with it. But at least analyze the, like we was talking about dude in Woodrow. I don't know if do you think he analyzed the consequences before he did that? Before he went out?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if he
yeah, he
did,
probably
man.
analyzed it, but you
He didn't
know,
analyze that switch. He didn't. I promise you that wasn't
that was
his.
he probably
He didn't
analyzed it, but
analyze
it was
that.
like, dang, that's what I thought. You just skipped straight from A to F quick.
He
You
said,
know what I'm
"What's
saying?
that?" Boy,
Yeah.
man.
And
You
I
know
ain't
what I'm
laughing at
saying?
the situation, but I'm just
No,
saying,
just the thinking. It's the thinking
yeah,
part of it. Like,
exactly.
how do you get there? Like, how do you, like, you don't know what these dudes got. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what, you know what I'm saying?
And
Then you see limo tent. You still thinking I'm gonna do it. It's like you still, that didn't even go into you didn't analyze that. And they backed in. Like I said, they backed in. They already looking at you. You ain't even analyzed that. You know what I'm saying?
man, the whole
They looking at
time.
you in the rearview mirror. They looking at you pretty much. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Well, it's
it's
crazy,
what's-
but yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
you have to really have to be able to analyze
Oh,
every
100%. Yeah,
everything. And sometimes you
yeah.
become over analytical about something. Like, dang, how did this-
I told myself this. I'd rather
uh,
be over analytical than underthink, and then I'm in a situation. It's like,
mhm,
God, how did I get here? You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
I knew
I used
this
to
was
say the
going
same
to
thing. You get over analytical, but I'd rather think about everything possible, positive, negative, even the things that's wild card. And
happen.
then if it had, I gotta take what come with it. But yeah, I'd rather overthink than not do it at all. You know what I'm saying? And end up losing. Like I say, some things in life, decisions you can make, it can cost you your life right there. It's
Mm-hmm.
that real. And I think, giving kids the understand that, like, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you about life. Like, I know dudes that made one dead decision and it cost them their life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Taken from the wrong person, cost them their life. Ain't no apologizing. Ain't no, man, can you forgive me? No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
Your life. I want your life. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there
Mm-hmm.
that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? There's women out there that say this dude touched me, man. You know what I'm saying? Dude didn't even touch him, but it's like he touched me, not dude in the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they was gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of dudes in the ground because of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody lied on them. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even go down like that. It happens.
it happens a lot more than what
Yeah.
people think. You know,
Dudes mess with the wrong women. They don't analyze. The woman
mm,
full of spite. She's showing you she's full of spite.
uh,
But you gonna mess with her anyway. Get her pregnant, and she going straight to the child support office. She ain't give you a
mhm,
chance. She weaponized it against you. That happens. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You get
Not
weaponized
knowing
against
to see that whole boyfriend the
you.
whole time. Hey,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
get your back.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah. Boy.
And dang, you the one who did get her pregnant.
You the one that did. You stupid, man. Been analyzed, man. You gotta go. Sometimes you gotta go around the world a couple times to realize, like, man, I didn't even analyze it right, man. You know what I'm saying? But,
Analyzing like, oh,
then you gotta think about, man, if I really put my hands on this dude, like, what's the legal ramifications I'm gonna get faced with?
mm,
Cause like sometimes the streets they'll gas you up, but the streets not gonna be there in the
mm-hmm.
courtroom with you. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be there when you gotta look at a jury, man. They're not gonna be there with you. You know, they're not gonna be in the courtroom behind you, man. You know, supporting you, man. They're gonna say, well, nobody make you do it. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff, man.
I learned a long time ago because I was a fighter.
Yeah.
These boys don't want to fight no more.
Man, for real.
Boy, I'm about to
For
get
real.
switched down because I didn't. And I put some nuts on somebody's head, and then I get switched down.
Boy.
Just to realize you about to go into a whole nother jungle.
Swiss cheese you up, man. 100%.
Yeah, please. Mm.
But yeah, man, you gotta analyze stuff though, man. Like even women, there are women out there, they are really good at provoking men. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
analyze that. Do I want to talk to this kind of person? No. But you know, most dudes be like, man, is the risk reward? Is the reward worth the risk? You know what I'm saying?
You be feeling good until you be like,
Boy,
damn, no, I shouldn't
till
have
you get
did.
your windows busted out, till you get your tires flat, till she be like on thin line between love and hate. She put the orange in the stock?
She left me on bricks. Where's the justice? She left me on
Oh
bricks.
man, boy,
Yeah, man.
that
That's
happens,
part
man.
of it. Yeah,
Even in the job,
man,
man. You know, dude, rape. Don't let dude get under your skin and mess your money up, man.
man,
They sure to do it. They
yeah,
sure gonna try you though. They gonna try you.
man.
Like I say it all the time. People use the job, the corporate job, as a badge to do crazy stuff because they know that you want to keep your
Mhm,
job, or they know,
mhm,
especially when you up high, like when you really up, when you at a good place, like you make some good money. People still try to use that as a license to be crazy, but you can't give them that power though. You know what I'm saying? But and that's why I always try to tell young men, give them that advantage, like of thinking, like don't allow them to get under your skin. Then you do something, then you lose 150 grand because of something somebody said. You know what I'm saying? And if they see you in Walmart, they would never say that. They only saying it on the job. They would never say that to you in
mhm.
public. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta break it down like that, man, because they
I'm
will
gonna
try
leave.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hmm?
leave it alone. I'm gonna
Right.
leave it alone because there's certain times I haven't seen stuff happen and it done went left completely.
Yeah. I never understood. That's the thing about that right there. Like there are people out there that say, "I just want to see. I just want to try and see." I don't understand people like that. Them the ones that get choked out and stuff. Like I just want to
Mm-hmm.
try and see. Why? You don't know
Yeah.
what that person gonna do. You might try and see. That could be the end of your life because you
Yeah.
want to try and see. You know what I'm
I always
saying?
say, hey man, before we get out of hand, I try to,
Yeah,
coming from somebody that used a scrap like this.
yeah.
Hey man, y'all come down. Ain't nobody, it ain't that serious.
It ain't that
Then
serious,
man,
man.
hey,
Yeah,
step out. Like step out. Yeah, I get
boy,
the
for
knife.
real, for real.
Goodness.
Good God. And then the last one before we wrap that thing up, being able to avoid catastrophic reactions. I think this, as a kid, especially growing up in the trenches, that's really hard. You got to really get to that point where you can avoid it because it can happen so fast. Like
Yeah, they
you
really
start
can.
talking about gunplay, you start talking about gunplay and stuff, man. It happened
Mhm.
fast, man. Woo! Next
People
thing
can
you
say
know,
what they
once them triggers pull, boy, it ain't no going back, man.
Yeah.
I know back then you can get to a gunfight and the police probably wouldn't come around as much, but now
For a minute.
they got cameras that's tracking it. You see,
Man, on 4
triangulating you.
cameras,
Yeah,
on
you
4
know what I'm saying?
cameras
But
on that somebody house, and you're not getting away with it, Bucko.
yeah, just like them dudes at the gas station. That was a catastrophic reaction, man. I mean, but you still got to deal with it in court. But yeah, boy, it happened so fast it scared them out the car.
Yeah,
Man, that's crazy, man. But yeah.
that's
Dudes get
why.
provoked by women. You let the woman provoke you instead of walking away. You let her provoke
I,
you, man. It happens so fast. You gotta be careful out there, man. It happens,
and
man.
that's why I always tell them young folks, the ones that's willing to listen. I'm like,
Yeah, willing to listen. Yeah,
you might think there's one thing, but when you get my age, it's a reason why we just want to go home.
go home, 100%.
I'm cool. Like if I go out of town, that's different.
Yeah,
I just want to go home and do nothing.
even when I go out of town, it's about the same thing. I get home. I'm before when it get dark. I'm definitely back at the hotel when it get dark. No, because I definitely don't understand the whole landscape of where I'm at. Number one.
Yeah.
And I don't know what these dudes got. You know, when you traveling,
Yeah.
you only can take so much with you. You can't take, the whole arsenal with you when you traveling. And when you
Nah.
go to their house, they got everything with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't be a young dummy like Peel was. I'm going to the
Oh, boy.
trenches. I'm in the
Man,
trenches.
nah, I'm good on that. Nah, I don't want
I
none.
ain't
I don't
getting
want no smoke. I don't
trenches
want no trenches. I don't even want the residue, man. Nope.
because I need to know where I'm at. I need to
Nah,
know where I'm at.
I'm in a tourist area. That's where I booked my hotel at. That's where I'm at. I'm not looking for the trenches, man.
And that's why I'm avoiding it, because that's where they get robbed at, huh?
When y'all went down to when y'all went to Alabama, did you go to the trenches in Alabama, man?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You
How
know,
was it when you went down?
hey man.
The
Say
trenches
man.
for real.
Hey, say man, you gotta know what corners you hitting. Cause
Yeah. Oh
they
yeah.
cause you know they streets are like it's like catacorn album.
Oh.
It's weird
Okay.
because you be over
Yeah.
here and the light
Yeah.
over here, you gotta go, man, it's weird.
Ooh.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
all through in any rough any city except LA that LA is one of the only ones that I'm like, I ain't
Yeah.
trying. I ain't
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah. I feel
That's
you.
it.
Yeah.
LA and uh Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, avoid them catastrophic. Like even when you see people playing sports, like people trying to get under your skin. I know, like Dennis Rodman, that dude,
Man.
so crazy, man.
That would
You can't live. That's how it is in real life, though. It's people like
Mhm.
Dennis Rodman, people on the job. They try to throw you off your game, man. You gotta figure out how to overcome it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they will do it. Happens more than what you think. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
For real. You know, a lot of the time when you see this stuff in the streets and the news, man, a lot of this stuff ain't as random as you think it is. Like people getting robbed and stuff. A lot of times that stuff don't be as random. Some of it do, but like maybe 1% of it. Most of it though, it be some stuff that's like catastrophic
Already.
reaction. You touch me, I'm gonna touch you. You know what I'm saying? If I can't touch you, I'm gonna touch somebody else that's close to you. You know what I'm saying?
It's already been going down, and that's why sometimes you gotta know,
Yeah.
know, because that might be your cousin down there, and you not even knowing this joker
Yeah.
been robbing everybody in the city.
Man, everybody.
You
Man.
know,
I ain't said nothing to nobody.
ain't saying nothing to
Nothing to
nobody.
nobody. You know what I'm saying? It happened.
Mm.
But yeah, guys, let us know, man. How do you think under pressure, though, man? Do you avoid catastrophic reactions? Do you analyze the consequences, or do you be like Ja Rule and say, "Forget everything. I'm ready to throw it all away"?
Nah,
You don't think it was like that? You don't think Ja Rule was like
nah.
that? He just said, "I'm gonna do a show for the gram." He just said, "I'm gonna do a show for the gram." But yeah,
Yeah.
they wasn't about that, man.
Yeah, and they did that. They was just picking on him, man. Just throwing. They probably
They
would
need the
have.
promo. They just need the promo for their
Yeah.
podcast. The Real Report is it the Real Report they do it.
Yeah, it would have been throwing popcorn at him the whole flight, kicking his seat. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think that one of them would have wanted to be banned from flying.
Yeah.
Now one of them.
Nah, boy, that'll hurt, boy. That'll hurt.
It would have hurt.
But yeah, guys, thinking under pressure. Let us know what you think. Avoid, man. Don't put yourself in harm's way unless that's the last result, but it ain't worth it, man.
Yeah.
Look at all the young bulls in jail, man. You know, facing that 12-man jury, man. It ain't fun, man. When your life is in somebody else's hands and they don't even know you, they just doing out what's presented to them. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Hey, Mike.
That ain't a good feeling, man.
Hold on. Wifey call. I'm hop on out right
Oh, no,
back.
you good. I'm gonna pick it off. All right, guys. We're gonna catch you on the next one. Let you know what you think in the comments. Think Game Podcast. We'll catch you later this week sometime.